The following is a live presentation of Strathroy Rockets hockey. Aspro's in alone. Daniel Aspro, breakaway, scores! That's to the net here, still has it. Over to the side, center, scores!
Well, good evening, ladies and gentlemen. Welcome inside the West Middlesex Memorial Center for tonight's GOJHL action between the visiting Komoka Kings and the hometown Strathroy Rockets. I'm Noah Smith, Eldon Dunseith with me high above center ice in Strathroy to get ready to call the action for you tonight on Hockey TV and on the Strathroy Rockets YouTube page. Eldon, two teams coming in with very different records to start the season. Komoka has impressed so far, 6 wins, 5 losses. The Rockets, on the other hand, decides just 2 wins through their first 13 games this season. And we're starting to see whether or not this team is going to have what it takes to fight throughout this long season.
Yes, we're just past the quarter pole, 48-game season. This is going to be game 14. So, I don't know, a wise old man once said, you are what your record says you are. And with 2 wins in 13 games, this isn't just a slow start anymore. And the big difference between these two teams is the ability to score.
And we'll see how the Rockets fare tonight. Of course, a rare Tuesday night home game here at the West Middlesex Memorial Center. And the fans getting into their seats and ready for this rare weeknight game. A couple scratches to go through. We'll start with the Komoka Kings. Scratch for them tonight, Nolan Burnside, as well as Matthew Balak. Starting in goal will be Omar Hage. We'll get to that in just a second. On the Strathroy side of things, a few scratches as well. Ryan Marshall scratched from the lineup tonight. Nigel Piercy and Mark Hewitt dealing with injuries. Jacob Habib also out of the lineup for Strathroy. And we'll talk about Ryan Marshall because he is out serving a suspension, of which we have learned is a lengthy one. The Rockets, of course, trying to appeal that. But as it sits right now, he is dealing with a 7-game suspension for an incident Thursday night in Leamington.
Yeah, so this would be the second game of those 7. But, yes, we did learn before the game that the team is going to appeal the 7-game suspension and see if they can get that reduced. Kane Johnson does return to the lineup this evening after serving a 2-game suspension of his own. And Jacob Habib, this will be the final game of his 6-game suspension. He'll return to the lineup Friday night. So we're not quite as dire on the back end as we were Saturday, but we'll see how they go.
So the Rockets, as you mentioned, they're getting some help back. They'll get some more help back when Habib comes back from his suspension on the weekend. But first, it's a Tuesday night game to get through against the Komoka Kings. 2 meetings so far this season between the two clubs. This is the first time that Komoka comes to Strathroy during this 2021-2022 campaign. Rockets losing 2 shootout games in Komoka last month. 2 games in which they felt like they had chances to come out with 2 points, but they were only able to get the 1. They'll see if they can change that here tonight against the Kings team, who is on the up and coming and looking to keep on rising from that as well.
Yeah, they've got a very impressive first line, led by Cardinal McElwain, nephew of the former NHLer Dave. And as I said before, the main difference between the two teams is their ability to score goals. Defensively, there's not, I don't think, a whole lot to choose between the two teams. The difference tonight will be, can the Rockets keep pace with the Kings offensively?
In goal tonight for Komoka, Omar Hage will get the start. He's been one of the guys so far this season that Komoka has relied on. He faces a ton of shots, but he's able to kick the Kings in all the games. He's got a .902 save percentage, and the goals against average just north of 4 at 4.15 for Strathroy. They will counter with Gordy O'Dwyer. His 3rd straight start for the Rockets, as it looks like he's going to be one of the guys that they're going to ride on throughout the rest of this season. Brazeau will be on the bench, and the newly acquired for Strathroy, Chaz Nixon, scratched from the lineup tonight. We're told that he won't get his start with the team until this weekend at the earliest.
Yeah, still getting acclimatized, just acquired a few days ago. He hasn't even been with the team a week, so getting some practices in with the club, and I'm sure he's looking forward to, as they are, his debut with the team.
So the Rockets take to the ice here, the Kings as well on the opposite side of the rink. And now we will take it down to ice level for the national anthems here at the West Middlesex Memorial Center. Puck drop to follow here on Hockey TV. So the anthem's complete, just about ready for puck drop here in Strathroy. Noah Smith, Eldon Dunseith, high above center ice to call the action for you on Hockey TV and the Rockets YouTube page. Good evening, and thank you for joining us here on this Tuesday night. The Rockets and Komoka Kings getting set to battle for the third time this season. First time here in Strathroy.
As you said, a rare weeknight home game. The only other time that this, I think, happens on the schedule will again be the Komoka Kings later in the season.
The Rockets, over the last 5 years, have won just 7 games against the Kings, losing 9. 6 of those 7 wins have come here on home ice, where they are 6-2 over the last 5 years. They'll try to continue that tonight as we get ready for puck drop to center ice. Carson Perry and McElwain. It's one back by the Kings to start things here, as the Kings dump it in off the stick of McElwain and into the Strathroy zone. Back behind the net. Smith will roam it around the boards. Gets up to the point. Lewis looking shot on. That one blocked. Perry will pick it up. Hand it off. Riley Wood just going to dump it into the offensive zone and give chase. Lewis picks it up for Komoka. Back into the corner for Brandon Bowles. Bowles looks out front. Centering pass was picked off. Dumped right back behind the net. Now holding on to it, Bowles. He lost that one. Kings looking to clear. Johnson on the boards. They'll pick it up, get it to center, and onto the stick of Cardinal McElwain. He'll work his way forward. That one knocked away. Ballas with Perry as they work their way forward. Little rush here. Pass. Ballas gets the shot off. That one wide. Takes a hop off the boards. It's picked up by the Kings. They'll work their way forward, but a nice play by Spezial off the bench to knock that one away. Trying to go D to D. Looking for a chance out front. On the backhand. Trying to tuck it in. McElwain lost it. Still has it back behind the net. Now out front. Tried to dump it back down low. Hogarth will pick it up behind the net for Strathroy. Leaves it for Blake Hall. Hall back to Hogarth. Top of the circle. Just flips it up into the air. Gets it to center. Trying to knock that one away. Kane Johnson was on it. Now pass over to the front. Trying to go look for the tip there. That pass just out of the reach. Now picked off again. Down low. It's Yearwood back behind the net. He lost it. Rockets looking to clear at the line, not out, as Goff picks it up. Here comes Goff into the corner. Nice move. Kane Johnson trying to chip it past. Johnson will get it up to the line and get it out, as the Kings and Yearwood will take it up from center. Now Goff coming in. He looks for a shot. That one wide blocker side. Takes a hop off the boards all the way back out to Hogarth, who works his way to center. Will dump it in on the backhand, and he'll head to the bench for a line change. Puck bounces off the boards and on net, where Omar Hage is ready to cover up. And we'll get our first whistle. Minute 58 into this contest.
Good back and forth start. Saturday night here at home against Leamington, I felt that they played their best period of the season by far in the first period. Great start where they walked out of it with a 2-0 lead. That's the kind of effort they need here tonight in this game against Komoka.
It was the third period that came back to bite Strathroy, as it has so many times this season. Now down low for Jonathan Kilby. Kilby looking for a pass out front. That one will go off a stick and over top of the short glass into the netting, out of play. Face-off will stay inside the Komoka zone, off to the right of Omar Hage. Noah Nelson to take the draw here for Strathroy. One back to the point. Looking for a shot thrown on goal. That one stopped up by Hage, and we'll get another quick whistle. Face off, same spot here. Nelson to take the draw once again. Now it's tied up this time. Right off the drop, Pimentel looking for the puck. Lost it. There to pick it up. Dumps it out. Pimentel holding onto it in the slot. Looking for it. Up to the point. Shot on. That one off a stick. And over top of the glass, out of play. So after a quick start, a few whistles here inside the Komoka zone.
Yeah, this game's going to end somewhere around 10-15 at this rate. A lot of whistles in the first 2 minutes and 27 seconds. Luckily for the Rockets, the lion's share of these face-offs are being taken down in the Komoka zone.
Looking for a chance out front. That one's stopped by Hage. Rebound comes out. Sitting in the slot. Will be picked up to the blue line, not out. Gallant now with it. Gallant trying to hold on to it. Dodging the hit was Faulkner, but it'll be picked off, dumped in on the backhand. And an icing call. He didn't quite get to center, was McLeod.
That's an NHL non-icing call right there. He's within a stride of the red line. More often than not, you see them get the benefit of that. Not this time. A couple of linesmen we haven't seen here this season.
Gallant looking shot on. That one blocked. Didn't make it to the net. Bounces all the way back out to center. Kindry, he'll just take it and dump it into the opposite corner. Back to play it now. Bouncing puck here on this ice inside the Komoka zone. Chipping it forward. Getting into the Strathroy zone. Had that taken away from him. Goff with it now. He'll throw it in. Long one on O'Dwyer, who gloves it. Keeps it alive for Kindry. Kindry around the boards to Riley Wood. He'll take it from his own blue line. Get to center. Dump it down the ice. And another one just within a stride of the line. And an icing called against Strathroy.
Nothing if not consistent. One for each team here.
Bolander and Milton on the lines tonight.
Do see some overlap. There's not a ton of them. Small league.
Now at the sidewall. Rockets will get it to the line. Not out as it's kept in by Goff. Now down low. Looking for a chance. So Dwyer knocked the net off. They'll keep the play going. Here's the Rockets bring it up ice. Riley Wood with it. Trying to dump in on a backhand. Now the Kings back the other way. Pickpocketed. Coming up with it, Carson Perry. Perry in across the blue line here. Move into the corner. Crocker knocked that away from him. Now trying to move it up, Crocker. He gets it up to the blue line. Not out as it kept in by Ballas. Wood kicks it down low. Brandon Ballas in the corner. Ballas back behind the net. Still holds on to it. Laszlo back to Ballas. Now up to the point. Hull tried to one-time shot. Fanned on it. And the Kings come back the other way. Trying for a quick pass to Goff. Goff picks it up. Now another chance into the corner. Laszlo battling against Goff. Gets past him. The Rockets come back the other way with numbers. Looking. Pass. And it goes right past the stick of Ballas into the corner.
It's a good stick lift by the back checker to take away that opportunity.
Carson Perry holds onto it into the slot. Looking for a shot. That one had it knocked off his stick. Working it back up the other way. Shot on. That one well wide. Might have hit off a stick on the way. Johnson back down low. Just out of the reach of McElwain. Into the corner for Ballas. Hogarth down there as well. Hogarth plays it and it goes off the shin pads of McElwain out front, covered up by O'Dwyer. 15-13 to go here in period number one.
Yeah, the Rockets had numbers, 3-on-1 with a fourth one coming. But the defenseman, Tidgewell, made a heck of a back check to get the stick lift, or that was going to be a tap in.
On the face-off, off to the right of O'Dwyer. One back, and O'Dwyer keeps it alive. Johnson has it. Johnson up to Spezial, who looks to clear. He'll dump that one in and give chase. Page out of his net to play it. Rimmed around the boards. Gets up to the blue line. Kept in by the Rockets, and now the Kings will pick it up and work their way forward. Tidgewell off the boards to Johnson, just out of his reach. Rockets go D-to-D. Ty Johnson with it now. Long one. Tipped in off the stick of his brother Kane, and it goes back behind the net. Once again, holding on to it here. Coulter, and that one out of play into the Kings bench. Face-off coming inside the Komoka zone off to the left of Omar Hage.
Lots of action, not much in the way of shots on net at either end, really. All the face-offs that have been taken down in the Komoka zone. I think Strats only had maybe what I would consider to be one really good scoring chance, and it was taken away without a shot on goal.
Quick pass up. Goff tried to go back to Yearwood, but it was out of the reach of him and into the corner. Now Kilby will just spin and fire. Finds its way somehow onto the stick of Pimentel, and he'll dump it in. Go chase against Uniacke. Nelson down low as well. Pass Pimentel. Picked up on the opposite side by Darius Manny, and now out front of the Kings bench, Yearwood. He takes a hit from Pimentel. Coming through the middle. Kilby was looking for a big hit. Manny was able to dodge it. Now back around, up to the blue line. Goff. Fans on the pass. Pimentel tried to get it back. They'll carry it in. Just out of the reach of him. Goff from the wall. Backhand on goal, and an easy glove save made by Gordy O'Dwyer.
Wholesale changes here for both clubs. Only 6:05 in. Not a whole lot to write home about offensively, as I said, for either team, but a little bit of back and forth.
Right off the draw, Hull will rim it around the boards. It's out of the reach of Dundas and dumped right back in by the Kings. Ball behind the net, looking for a long pass up to Dundas. Goes off the stick. Now Lewis over to Crocker. His pass through and past Lukings over to the other side. Dundas up to Faulkner. Faulkner will carry it in. Now to the opposite side. Off the stick of Gallant. Kings take possession at center. They'll carry it up forward. Coming in, Holmes looking, shot. That one off a stick. Wide into the corner for Dundas. Now McLeod back behind the Strathroy net. Centering pass. No one there to pick it up. It's picked up by Faulkner, who just gets to center and dumps it in. Lewis trying to chip that one around, and there to play it. Picking it up, Holmes. Now back down low, Dundas and Lewis. It's Lewis with the puck. Has a move to get past center. He's hauled down. No call from the official. Long pass. This one comes up to Dundas at center. He'll just spin and fire it on goal for Omar Hage. Hage thought about playing that. Leaves it off for Crocker. Crocker, quick pass. Gets out through center. Wood, now to Perry. Perry comes in. Perry looking, shot, scores! Carson Perry beats Hage blocker side, and it's 1-0 Rockets.
Wow, put it right up past his ear. Hage went down early, and the puck went up over his right shoulder, just past his ear into the top corner, and the captain gets the home squad on the board. 7:23, the time of the goal in the first period. It's 1-0 Strathroy.
Fourth goal of the season for Carson Perry gives the Rockets the 1-0 lead.
And it was a snipe.
Get this game underway. The top line producing again here for Strathroy. Now Easton Cowan with a toe drag move. Had that one knocked away. So did Yearwood. And the Rockets come back the other way. Ballas dumping that one in. Perry goes to chase back behind the Komoka net. Other side, Ballas just going to fire one on goal as he went falling into the end boards. Back behind the net. Holding on to it, Ballas. Looking for an option. Riley Wood. That pass just out of his reach. Back to the point for Johnson. He'll dump it in. And the Rockets will go for a line change. Perry and Wood to the bench. Ballas to follow here as the Kings bring it up forward. Easton Cowan. Yearwood shot. That one over top of the net. Bouncing puck up to the blue line. Kept in by Tidgewell. Now it gets out. Kane Johnson to bring it forward into the offensive zone. Toe drag move knocked away by Goff. Back behind the net for Tidgewell. Leaves it, but there's no one there for Komoka. Kings behind their own goal. Flipping it up high into the air. This one will get up right past the Kings bench, and now they'll carry it forward. Yearwood against three Rockets had nowhere to go. As the Rockets will set up behind their net here. Cole Smith. The bounce pass off the boards. Gets past Johnson. Dumped right back in. D over to Owen Kindry. Kindry up to Spezial. Spezial, a nice pass, finds Hogarth, who will work into the offensive zone. Hogarth leaves it for Johnson. Johnson tried to go back down low. Nothing going on that play. Now Hogarth. He's down low, has it on his forehand. Up to the point for Smith. Smith shot to the net. That one redirected, but wide into the corner. Now picking that one up, getting past the blue line, carrying that one up. Nothing from the official Kings bench looking for a call as that one's shot on off a stick and into the corner. Holding on to it, looking. McElwain just outside the scrum. McElwain, now Uniacke, point shot, that one wide. Opposite side, looking, shot off the side of the net. Rimmed around the boards and down the ice. Rolling on its edge, this one will go for icing.
Rolled on its edge, that had no chance of stopping. And you hear the bench, the coaching staff yelling to the players, have a plan on the face-off. The face-off which will be held to the left of Gordy O'Dwyer.
McLeod to take it, wins it back. Crocker back down low. Kindry has it in the corner. Trying to push that one past as the Kings try to set up inside the Strathroy. Oh, shot on. That one stopped from an odd angle. Comes back up to the point for Lewis. Lewis shot that one off the shin pads. Crocker will hold on to it, take it in. Crocker back behind the net now as he's taken into the wall. Holmes will pick it up. From an odd angle, he fires it on goal, bounces out front, and O'Dwyer will just cover up to get his teammates the line change that they're looking for. Just shy of the halfway mark of this opening period, 10:01 to go in the first.
And the Rockets lead 1-0. If you joined us late, the captain, Carson Perry, has the home team on the board early.
Up To the point for Crocker. Crocker past a couple of Rockets, down low for Holmes. Holmes to the net, but that one wide. Bounces out to the other side for Jonathan Kilby. Kilby into the skates of the official. Kilby will pick it up again. Gets it, throws it out front, knocked away. Noah Nelson as it comes back to Crocker at center here for the Kings. He throws that one to the other side. Will Lewis dumps it back behind the Strathroy net. Hall taking his time here as the Rockets get set to come up ice. He'll be Pimentel. He'll just carry it, get to center, and flip it up into the opposite corner with Kilby chasing down Lewis. Kilby with it. Kilby looking for options. Comes to the point. Laszlo has that one hop off his stick. Throws it to the net. It's off shin pads on the way there. Now back down. Hall at the point. To the net. Redirected out front by Kilby. Stopped by Hage. Now Nelson down low. Kilby with it. Kilby against Coulter. Back behind the net. Arm of the official up here and a penalty on the way. A slash. And we'll see who it's on here. And it looks like Jonathan Kilby going to be getting the penalty for Strathroy. The Kings will head to the power play.
8:57 to go in the first period. The first power play of the game for either team here at 11:03. Out to start the kill will be Perry and Hogarth with Kindry and Smith. Hogarth to take the face off to the left of Gordy O'Dwyer.
So the Kings to the power play here for the first time tonight. The power play working at 24.4% to start this season for Komoka. Yearwood up to the point for Tidgewell. That shot blocked right away and flipped down the ice by Owen Kindry. Tidgewell back behind the net here for Komoka as he sets up, gets ready to come up ice on this power play. Pass out of the reach and dumped back down by Kindry. 30 seconds off the clock already to start this first power play of the game here for Komoka. Looking for options, is working into the offensive zone. Goff with it now. Goff shot blocked into the shin pads of Kindry. Up to the point. Tidgewell. He hands it off down low. And cleared down the ice as the Rockets will get a wholesale change with 1:05 to go on the power play. And now this one's thrown right into the Kings bench as they were going for a change.
Wow.
And the Rockets will take the puck.
I mean, it kind of worked out there for the Rockets that they ended up with the puck, but there was definitely more than 5 Kings on the ice with the puck in between them.
Right up through the logo and past center. Dumping that one in on the backhand is Lewis. O'Dwyer will play it. He'll throw it around the boards. Lewis at the point again. He hands it off to the side. McElwain. He'll walk with it. Tries to step one up. Hands it off down low. Bounces off the skate and right into the pad of O'Dwyer, who will cover up. 28 seconds to go on the man advantage.
Yeah, Carter McElwain trying to make the feed down to his brother Jackson. And the deflection went right to O'Dwyer. And anytime it gets anywhere close to him, he's covered it up tonight to give his guys a breath. 28 seconds to go here. Hogarth back on the draw.
Big face-off here for the Rockets in the defensive zone. Trying to kill off the remaining 25 seconds on this penalty to Kilby. Lewis at the point. Lewis shot that one well wide. Now the opposite side. There to pick it up. And a chance down low as O'Dwyer was taken out by his own man, but the Rockets clear. 10 seconds to go on the man advantage. Perry took the puck in the corner. Lost it. Will kick it back down low, and that'll do it for the penalty to Jonathan Kilby. As coming to the bench here is Carson Perry to get the line change. Rockets kill off the penalty. We're back to even strength. Down low. Now back up to the point for Johnson. Johnson shot off the shin pads wide into the corner. Picking it up, firing, spinning. Crocker keeps it in. He dumps it back down low. Jackson McElwain down low. Past his man. Picked up behind the net. Chance out front. That one stopped by O'Dwyer as the giveaway resulted in a good chance for Komoka.
Kilby finally able to get off the ice here. He had to join the play coming out of the penalty box. That last shift took a little while. 1 for 1 on the PK are the Rockets here in the first period. Great start. Up 1-0. Already killed a penalty. Another good first period thus far. 2 games in a row.
And Carson Perry's stick still sitting down in the Komoka zone. as it's brought back to the bench. Wasn't broken or anything, he just lost it on the play. 6:33 to go here in the opening period of play. 1-0 Rockets lead. Off the draw, one back to the point. Trying to poke this one forward. On the bounce, Gallant knocked past him, and Dundas will backhand it back down low for Darius Manny. Manny from out behind his net hands this one off. Gallant intercepts it. Faulkner in the corner looking out front. This one comes up to the point for Smith. Smith will just dump it back down low into the corner, keeps it inside the Komoka zone. Now it's out to the blue line and cleared as the Kings get it forward. Kindry in a battle. It'll be Lukings carrying it. Lukings shot. That one stopped by O'Dwyer. Comes out to the other side. Dundas tried to chip it out. Stays inside the Strathroy zone. Smith, his pass almost intercepted as he tried to go to Kindry. It's the Kings looking chance out front. That one stopped by O'Dwyer. Uniac back down low. McLeod on the backhand. Tries to pass that one out front. Kindry looks to clear. Had that one knocked away. Battle in the corner off to the left of O'Dwyer. Odd angle shot. That one stopped by Gordy O'Dwyer as the Rockets will take it. Get it out as they clear up to center. Now it bounces off the skate and inside of the Komoka zone. They'll clear up to the blue line and out. All the way back into the Strathroy zone. Now a long pass. That one out of the reaches everyone as Faulkner was retreating, but the pass from Hall will go for icing.
Yeah, he rifled that pass up the middle. Unfortunately, not within the reach of anybody. So the face-off will be to the right of Gordy O'Dwyer here. Caden Faulkner to take the draw for the Rockets. And he'll be thrown out of the face-off. Dylan Dundas to replace him.
One back to behind the Strathroy net. Picking it up, Gallant.
Oh,
Gallant.
yeah.
A little bit of a slash there, and yeah, it is going to be called.
Yeah, he's got it.
Hope was right on it. And it's going to be a power play coming here for Strathroy with 5:10 to go in the opening period.
That was a definite two-hander. Goff speaking his piece there, but I don't think there was much in the way of arguing that call. It blows my mind the number of times I've seen in the games we've done where players from either team within 10 feet of the official, how often those things happen. They don't hide it very well.
Rockets working on the power play here for the first time tonight. That pass off the skates and down low for Carson Perry. Perry will hold on to it. Hands it off for Riley Wood. Now back down low, Carson Perry. Return pass to Wood. He'll take it off to the side of the net. Now Carson Perry down low for Wood. And blown down here is the net knocked off by Hage through really no fault of his own. How many times over the last few years have we seen that net
Actually, I'm impressed it's the other post tonight. Usually it's the right side post that comes off at that end of the rink.
Rockets will use this as a chance to get some fresh legs out there on the back end. A minute 37 to go here on their first man advantage of the night. Perry pass off the stick. He was trying to find Smith. Smith back there now as Connors almost stole that from him. Now quick pass finds Carson Perry. Perry, chip pass to Wood. Wood will hold on to it. Takes it, looking out front. That one goes off a skate and still back inside the Komoka zone for Brandon Ballas. Ballas holding on to it. Smith to Kindry. Kindry looking for options, just throws it towards the net. That one tipped and wide, rimmed around the boards, and it gets out past Smith. So the Rockets the Kings will get a change. Here's the Rockets look to try and capitalize, work their way into the zone quickly. Up to the point, Kindry. Hands it off down low for Wood. 45 seconds to go on the man advantage. Riley Wood, bounce pass. Opposite side, Carson Perry. Perry to Kindry. Kindry tries to shoot it towards the net. It hits off the skates and comes all the way back out to center. Holmes chasing down Smith. Smith gets away from Holmes. Up to Hogarth, who's onto the ice here. Final 25 seconds of the man advantage. Hogarth shot that one off the shin pads and into the corner. Now back down low. Hogarth still with it here. Rockets working. Final 15 seconds of the man advantage. It'll be cleared up and down the ice. Right on goal for Gordy O'Dwyer. 6 seconds to go on the man advantage. Pass into the skates and Nelson. He'll pick it up, work into the offensive zone. Leaves it out front. Another chance. Hogarth scores! Just as the penalty expires, The pass returned from Kilby, and it's 2-0 Rockets.
Tic-tac goal as they work that puck around the zone on their way through. And Caden Hogarth, the benefactor, 4x6 as Omar Hage didn't quite know what to do here. And we've got the officials talking to each other.
Now the linesmen and officials having a conversation. Hage was arguing that he didn't have a chance to get back, but I didn't quite see any Rockets down low, to be honest with you. Unless it was a little bit earlier in that play that he was knocked out of his way. That is the only way I could see this coming back, but you never know.
I didn't see who precipitated the conversation, if it was the linesman or if the referee called him over. I was too busy watching the handshake line after the goal. As of right now, Caden Hogarth has the goal that makes it 2-0 Rockets. But
Carson Perry's out to.
Yeah, Perry's wondering what's going on here.
McElwain to join him as well.
Yeah. Perry's down there talking to some of the Kings like, what the heck's going on down here? They're waving it off.
Wave it off. And I imagine it's going to be because of contact with Omar Hage, but Carson Perry not getting a whole lot of an explanation. Now he will.
And Perry and McElwain both getting the explanation from the referee here. One of them will skate away happy. But if they're going to wave this off, the faceoff should probably be outside.
And Hage now signaling that the net comes off easily, which tells me that he might be trying to say that the net was off.
I don't know.
We can't tell from up here.
I couldn't that time. I'll be honest with you, I kind of got lost in all the passes. It was a very pretty play that led to what is now not a goal by Caden Hogarth.
So the score will stay 1-0 here as the goal waved off by Hogarth.
I don't know why the faceoff's still in the Komoka zone. If they've waved the goal off for something that the Rockets did, the faceoff should have come outside.
Which makes me believe that they're calling it off for the net being knocked off by Hage. In which case, I wouldn't be happy if I was the Rockets, but nonetheless, it is just the 1-0 lead here. 2:50 to go in the period as that one's dumped in, and it'll go off the netting out of play.
They got...
So that should bring the face-off outside here as the dump-in went over top of the glass and out of play.
It was delayed offside, and it was going to be a delayed offside anyway, but the puck ended up out of play altogether.
Rockets go DDD here as Laszlo hands it off to Hall, who dumps it in. Now inside of the Komoka zone. Rockets working some pressure here. Kings trying to ride off some of the momentum from the goal called back. They'll pick it up from their own zone. Carrying it up here, Johnson. He'll dump it in. Just got to center, no icing. In the corner, Hall trying to knock that one away. Now another chance, this one back behind the net. Pass off the back of the net to himself, up to the point for Coulter. Coulter's shot, that one well wide of the goal. Ballas, bounce pass up to center, and Riley Wood, the intended recipient of that one, will chase it down. Now back down low for Hall. Alex Laszlo up to Riley Wood, and Wood will dump it into the corner and get a line change here. 1:55 to go as it's sent down the ice, and an icing against the Kings here. We'll bring those few line changes back onto the ice with 1:51 to go here in the opening period.
Fresh troops out here again for the Rockets with this face-off to the left of Omar Hage, Caden Hogarth with Spezial, Kane Johnson. Hogarth waved out.
Face-off off to the left of Omar Hage. One back by the Kings. Top of the circle, Johnson, his pass. Looking for McElwain on the opposite side, just out of his reach. And it's picked up by Spezial. Long pass out of the reach. Return off the stick of Cowan. Into the Strathroy zone. Sent down the ice and back into the Komoka zone for Crocker. 90 seconds to go here in period number 1. Crocker to the blue line. Dumps it in. Takes contact right out front of the Strathroy bench. Now to the opposite side. Spezial, pass, Hogarth. Now back to Spezial. He has it, tries to cut to the net there, and Hage will cover up as Spezial couldn't get a whole lot on that backhand.
Yeah, he ran out of real estate trying to make the backhand pass out front.
Minute 10 here, face off in the offensive zone for Strathroy. Nelson to take the draw. Now this time it'll be the Kings thrown out as Cowan will have to be replaced by Goff. They'll try to clear right out front of the Kings bench. Nelson will chase it down. Nelson dumps it in. Rockets will give chase. Kilby down there with Pimentel. Back to Pimentel. Holding on to it now. Back down low for Kilby. He's behind the net. Kilby braces for impact on the hit. Loses it. It's taken away from him. And now a play in the corner here. Once again, Kilby almost finding himself in penalty trouble. Pimentel losing it here as Lewis looks to clear. Off the glass, bounces up to the line and out to center. Back for Kindry. Kindry with a bounce pass to Nelson. Nelson will dump it in. 25 seconds to go here in the period. Kings looking for one final chance up ice. It'll be Cowan bringing it in on the right side. Looks for the slot there. Backhand chance. That one wide of O'Dwyer. Back behind the Strathroy net. It'll be picked up by Nelson. Nelson with speed through center. He'll carry it up on the left side. Knocked off his stick. Out to the blue line. Kept in by Dundas. But the horn will go here. There's a couple of slashes at the end of the period there between Goff and Nelson. But we will head to the break here in Strathroy with the Rockets leading by the score of 1-0. And an overall well-played period by both sides, but it's the Rockets and Captain Carson Perry with the goal to give Strathroy the 1-0 lead.
Yeah, we assume that it was due to the net coming off, or this game would be 2-0. Caden Hogarth putting the puck in the net on a nifty passing play with Noah Nelson. But as you said, it's 1-0 Rockets after one.
So the Rockets lead 1-0 here in Strathroy. That is after 20 minutes of play. The lone game going on in the entire GOJHL tonight is us, so I can't really bring you an out-of-town scoreboard as there's nothing to report on. Shots on goal as it sits right now, and we'll see if there's an update on that. But it says just 9-5 in favor of Komoka. I felt like there's a little bit more than that, so we'll see if it gets updated on the app as soon as we get a chance there. But aside from that, it is a 1-0 Strathroy lead here after 20 minutes of play. We'll go ahead and we'll take the break. Second period coming up here from Strathroy. You're listening to Strathroy Rockets Hockey on the Rockets YouTube page and watching on hockeytv.com. The following live broadcast of Strathroy Rockets Hockey is made possible thanks to our generous sponsors. Andy's Legendary Pizza, located at 10 Metcalf Street West in Strathroy. Commonwealth Financial, located at 370 Albert Street in Strathroy and online at commonwealthfinancial.ca. Carpet One Floor and Home, located at 325 Caradoc Street South in Strathroy. All Season Concrete, located just outside Strathroy, and visit them online at allseasonconcrete.ca. MNP Accounting, Consulting, and Tax Services, located at 6 Front Street in downtown Strathroy. And by Middlesex Chiropractic. Visit them at 117 Thomas Street in Strathroy.
The following is a live presentation of Strathroy Rockets hockey. Aspro's in alone. Daniel Aspro, breakaway, scores! That's to the net here, still has it. Over to the side, center, scores!
Well, welcome back inside the West Middlesex Memorial Center here as the Rockets and Kings will get set to battle in period number 2. It's a 1-0 Strathroy lead after 20 minutes of play. I'm Noah Smith, Eldon Dunseith with me here to call the action for you on this Tuesday night. And overall, Eldon, a well-played period on both sides. Both teams going to the power play, not getting anything. The Rockets get the lone goal from Carson Perry, and that's where we sit as we head to period number 2.
That's one of those chances. I've talked before in previous games about the other teams having the ability to, to bury when they get the opportunity. And Carson Perry did exactly that. Came down the left wing. Oh, no. Sorry, I just watched, for the listeners, just watching some of the rink attendants work behind the net, and one of the guys fell hard. He's up. He's fine. Thank God. It didn't look good at first, but I'm glad he's okay. Carson Perry. Top shelf whizzed it right by the right ear of Omar Hage into the top of the cage. We haven't seen a whole lot of that this season, and it was good to see from Carson.
The last few games, and really I think back to tonight and then the first period and the first little bit of the second period Saturday night against Leamington, this Rockets team and specifically those top two lines have looked a lot better offensively, I've thought at least. They've shown that when they get good opportunities, they're going to try and take them as opposed to, be too fancy with the puck. First probably half dozen games of this season, how many times did we see a guy work his way into the offensive zone, try to do some toe drag move, and lose the puck? At least once a shift, it seemed like.
It seemed like it. And a lot of the point men putting pucks into shin pads 4 feet in front of them. Not a lot of finding the lane to the net with the puck. And, Thursday night in Leamington, for all intents and purposes, was a 3-1 game. Things kind of got ugly late. A couple late, garbage time power play goals for the Flyers. Probably the best 30 minutes of hockey they've played all season was Saturday night here, the first 30 minutes. They were up 3-1 in the second period. And then here tonight, I'll call it a tidy first period. Didn't give up a ton of shots. O'Dwyer was there when they did, and the goal by Perry is the difference at this point.
So Carson Perry, the lone goal on the score sheet in the first period of play. Riley Wood and Ty Johnson picking up the assist for Strathroy in that first period goal. Both teams head to the ice here for period number 2. The Rockets backed by Gordy O'Dwyer over to the left side as O'Dwyer gets set in his crease off to the left and making his way over to our right side on your screen on Hockey TV. Omar Hage will settle in to the right side. The Kings will go from right to left and the Rockets from left to right here in period number 2. And we'll see what period number 2 brings. The Rockets will start their top line of Wood, Perry, and Ballas. And it looks like the Kings, as they started this game and as the Rockets started this game, will counter with their top line as well.
And I thought they did a really nice job on this line. You didn't really call Carter McElwain's name all that often in the first period. And here we go.
It's won back by the Kings here. Tidgewell. Pass up through center, pass McElwain and dumped in off the end boards, played by Gordy O'Dwyer. He'll play it. Knocked off the stick by Wood. Down low, McElwain spins and fires on goal. That one stopped. Pass will get into the skates of Riley Wood, back out to center. Quickly dumped back in. Played by Gordy O'Dwyer. Rockets look to clear. They'll carry it up. Kindry. Knocked past by Wood. Kindry will chase into the corner. Riley Wood, chance out front. That one stopped as Ballas got the one-time shot off in the slot. And now McElwain will pick it up. Carter McElwain dumps it past, and Perry will chase it down into the corner. Picked up by Johnson. Johnson tried to pass out into the slot, had it knocked away Battle going along the hash marks. It'll work its way out to center and picked up by Riley Wood. He'll flip it and dump it into the corner. Takes down by Kane Johnson. Johnson battling. Takes a hit. Plays it off to Hogarth. Hogarth back behind the net. Chance out front for Johnson. Couldn't get the shot off. Goes right between his legs, and Yearwood will take it through center here for Komoka. Intercepted by Spezial. Leaves for Johnson, but offside are the Rockets.
Yeah, I couldn't quite hold that. Coming across the line was Kane Johnson. The pass was coming to him, but he just couldn't wait to take it.
Face off right in front of the Rockets bench. Right off the draw, dumped in on a slap shot by Hall. Spezial picked it up. Couldn't chip it past Lewis. Cowan with it now. Up to the point, not out. Laszlo shot on. That one kicked aside. Johnson tried to go to the net. Spezial had that one behind him. It'll be flipped up to the line, but not out. Hogarth shot on. That one stopped by Hage. Back behind the net. Johnson and Hage once again knocking that net off. Going to have to take some getting used to, I think. I mean, you look at the left side where Gaudreau Dwyer is now. Didn't have a whole lot of trouble in that first period, but of course, this is his home rink. And if you're new, the nets come off here fairly easily, which I think is probably the understatement of the year. So the face-off will be off to the right of Hage. And the Kings will be thrown out of the draw. Tied up on the draw was Holmes. Back behind the net, Manny hold on to his stick. Opposite side, Ty Johnson to pinch. Keeps it in, but not for long as it's out at the blue line. Now thrown into the offensive zone, and an icing call against the Kings is not quite to center after dumping that one in, and the faceoff will be brought back into the Strathroy zone.
The Kings voicing their opinion in disagreement over that icing call.
Face off to the left of Hage. One back to the point. Johnson shot on. Pad saved by Hage. Pass comes out. Nelson intercepts it as Hilby throws the body. Pimentel shot on. That one off the side of the net. Back up to the point. Down low. Nelson trying to get this one away. Two Rockets down low. Pimentel getting away from danger. On his forehand, trying to get that puck away from Manny. Stick goes flying. Holmes will pick it up. And Luking's real slow getting to the Kings bench there. Darius Manny down low. Pass comes out. Uniac now up to the point. Shot on and glove down by Hage to get the whistle.
Yeah, Owen Lukings is going to go to the dressing room. He's leaving.
So he'll head to the room here and get some attention from the Kings training staff after a collision down low inside the Komoka zone. $17:20 to go here in the second period. Still a 1-0 Strathroy lead. One off to the side is the faceoff. Now Faulkner. Try to move to get past. Rimmed around the boards. It'll come out and up past the blue line. Zuckerman. Kicking that one in is Connors. Smith in the corner for Strathroy. Up to the point for Tidgewell. Shot off a stick, off the glass behind the net. Up to the point now. Coulter. Shot on. That one redirected. Just sits out front. And it will be cleared off the boards and out. Now picking it up, coming in Faulkner. Got Gallant with him. Faulkner down low. To the opposite side, Dundas will chase it. Dundas back to Faulkner. Faulkner spinning to get away from danger, loses it. Tidgewell out to the blue line and kept in. What a play to keep it in by Kindry. Shot on, that one stopped. Dundas with the shot. Tidgewell on Faulkner. Tries to get the puck away, they will, and now the Kings will work it out. Cowan up through center. Cowan dropped to Zuckerman. Zuckerman tried to return pass. That one stopped by Cole Smith. Battle behind the goal line here. Comes out to the side of the circle. Faulkner over to the opposite side. Gallant. Lewis chips it past him. Into the corner for Cowan. Kindry to Smith, and Smith looking for an option here. Still set inside his own zone. Circling back. Throws it up to the boards, down the ice. Right past the Rockets bench as they were going through a line change, so couldn't touch it, and an icing call against Strathroy.
Yeah, a line change left them without enough guys on the ice to be able to take that pass at center. Face-off will be to the right of Gordy O'Dwyer. Need another player, yep. Caden Faulkner coming back on the ice.
Off the draw, cleared up to the line and out. And now chipping it past is Gallant. No icing here as it's dumped into the corner. Down low. Kings looking to clear. Perry has that one go off his skate, just trying to fire it on goal there. Hage gloves it down. And the Rockets get that whistle to finish up the line change here. 4 minutes, 24 seconds gone to start this second period of play.
Yeah, another bit of a slow start, just as it was in the first period. A lot of whistles in the first few minutes. But now the big line in its entirety out there for the Rockets.
McElwain will be thrown out, and his brother will come in to take the draw.
Yeah, not the first time that's happened tonight.
Long pass up to the blue line there, trying to find the intended recipient in Caden Johnson. It'll be dumped back in by the Kings at center. Johnson taken in, and now a call coming.
It's very delayed.
A boarding call, and a little bit of a delayed call from the official, and now the scrum continues down inside the circle off to the right of O'Dwyer.
I've seen worse. I won't say I've seen worse not called, because I will say that the officials in the games that we've done, I think, have done a really good job on the hits from behind, the boardings, the dangerous stuff along the boards. But Alex Laszlo, if we didn't get that call the other way, I would not have been upset.
So the Kings back to the power play here. 0 for 1 so far in the hockey game. On the draw, one back to the point, kept in by Coulter. Yearwood picks it up. Yearwood to the side of the net, brings it out front. Had that one knocked off his stick. Goff to the blue line, straight away center, off to Coulter now. They'll switch spots. Coulter looking, shot, that one blocked. And it bounces right in front of O'Dwyer, who will cover up and will get the whistle.
Yeah, it hit something on the way through, kind of slowed down a little bit, but as he's done all night, O'Dwyer's done a really good job. If it's within reach of his glove, he's been able to cover it to get the whistle.
Smith tied up in the corner against Yearwood and Goff. Trying to get away with it here, and now a battle kept in at the line. Nice move. Yearwood shot off a stick and over top of the glass, out of play.
Good job by Perry to get a stick in the way of that shot. Sailed up into the rafters.
Now they'll get it and go up to Tidgewell at the point. Looking, one-time shot. That one stopped by O'Dwyer. And right off his stick and out of play. 47 seconds gone off the Komoka power play, their second of the night.
Well, late change here for the Rockets as Pimentel comes on for Carson Perry.
Right off the draw, one back in the clearing attempt, gets to the line, and it does get out. Pass off the stick of Pimentel as he's hard on the Kings defense here, trying to force them up ice. Hogarth loses an edge there as he comes across the line. Coulter up to the point. Cowan, he hands that one off. Tidgewell walks. Tidgewell looks. Now to Coulter. Coulter's shot, that one whistled wide, and it'll miss and come all the way back down into the Strathroy zone. The Rockets are going to change Perry and Nelson onto the ice here. 30 seconds to go here on the man advantage for Komoka. McElwain. Shot to the net. This one redirected. Held on to. Up to the blue line. Perry chases it down. Perry will clear off the glass and out. 15 seconds to go here as Hage plays it. Quick pass up to Cardinal McElwain. He'll carry it in across the blue line. Looking to try and set up here with 10 seconds to go on the man advantage. Back behind the net. Pass to Crocker. Crocker off to McElwain. Back onto the ice here, even strength. Lewis. Lewis shot on. Stopped by O'Dwyer. Rebound comes out. Kings still in possession. Up to the point. Lewis shot. That one stopped O'Dwyer. Cleared up the boards, up to the line. Another shot blocked away. Rebound. That one's going to miss. Laszlo will pick it up, and he'll get it to the line, but not out. Spinning. Laszlo up. Kings bench. Perry tried to knock that one forward. Kings still in possession here. Laszlo just going to circle back inside the Strathroy zone. Lost that one. We'll circle it off. Looking for a chance, just firing it on goal. That one bounced up to the point. Lewis, he'll hold on to it. Bounce pass over to Johnson. Trying to knock it away. Kings still inside the Strathroy zone. The Rockets can't clear, and now they will as it gets out to center. Perry, who's out of gas, chases that one down, and now he'll get a line change. Quickly up to McElwain, out front of the Kings bench. McElwain knocked off his stick, comes back out to center. Lewis tried to carry it in. Bounce pass up to Gallant. 3-on-1 here for the Rockets. Gallant looking shot. That one stopped by Hage. Goes into the corner. Dundas, and now it'll be blown down as the net off once again here.
Yeah, the net's off again on the far right side there. Nice shot by Gallant. Tried to go glove side, far side, or on near side for us. Hage got a piece of it, sending it into the corner. Now there's going to be a face-off to his left. Caden Faulkner to take the draw here for the Rockets.
12 minutes even left here in the second period, and Faulkner going to be thrown out of the draw.
And again, Middleton throwing out somebody from the face-off.
Hasn't been happy with either side taking the
No.
draws tonight, has he?
A lot of them both ways.
Up to the line. Holmes trying to clear that one out. McLeod back, tipped away by Gallant. Gallant looking for the return pass. Dundas shot on, and Hage makes the save right into the logo there, down on his knees.
Yeah, he was out at the top of the blue ice to make that save, cutting down the angle on Dylan Dundas. And a rather easy save for the tall, lanky goaltender for the Komoka Kings.
Gallant pass off the skates of Dundas, goes into the corner. Kings looking to clear, just thrown off the glass. It'll get to center. Holmes will chase it down. Holmes will come in. His shot goes off the skate and wide. Looking for it. Holmes. Dundas in the corner. Up to Gallant. Gallant to the blue line. Not out. Kept in by Manny. Back behind the net here. Kings looking for a chance out front. That one knocked away. O'Dwyer poking that one to the side. Back behind the net. Still looking to try and come away with the puck. Up to the point for Matthews. Matthews shot well wide of the goal. Bounces all the way up to the opposite side for Manny. Manny keeps it in as he goes back down low. Looking. Chance out front. Another chance. That one fired on. Toe saved by O'Dwyer. Connors cycles it back down low. Rockets unit tired out there as they've been trapped inside their own zone for the last 45 seconds or so. It'll be picked up and cleared out to center, but not very far as it just gets to the blue line here, and the Kings will come back the other way with a 3-on-2. Looking shot, stopped by O'Dwyer, sitting back behind the net. Chance out front. That one gets all the way to Spezial, who will pick it up and carry it forward for Strathroy. Spezial wide on the right side, cuts to the net. That one right through the blue paint. Still holding on to it here. Hands it off. Laszlo shot on, stopped by Hage as he gets the glove on the slapper up high, and now we'll see a scrum out front.
And Hogarth standing in front of the net along with Kane Johnson. And Johnson getting involved with one of the King defenders.
Right off the draw, Kings take control, but it's dumped down by Zuckerman, and an icing. As Zuckerman's pass out of the reach of everyone down the ice, and we'll get the face-off back inside the Komoka zone. 10-11 to go here in period number 2. Still a 1-0 Strathroy lead on the goal by Carson Perry back in the first.
Speaking of Perry, Wood, and Ballas take the ice now. Fresh troops here for the Rockets.
Perry taken down. Ballas with it. Arm comes up here. Penalty on the way.
I think we got a cross-checking call here on Tidgewell.
So Tidgewell will head to the box, and the Rockets will head back to the power play.
Yeah, he buried Perry right off the face-off.
And so the Rockets, Perry, Ballas, Wood, Kindry, and Smith on the power play. Up to the point for Kindry right off the draw. Opposite side for Smith. Carson Perry with it now. Down low for Riley Wood. Kindry walking the line here, working the outside perimeter. Perry's shot to the net. That one redirected up to the line, not out. Now shot on goal. This one off a stick over top of the net. Perry picks it up down low. Taken up to the line and past Kindry. Goff will chase it down. Goff in alone. Shot stopped by O'Dwyer as he makes the save and will be forced to cover up.
Yeah, I think O'Dwyer wanted to put that back in play. He had a defender coming in, but the referee blew the whistle. Wholesale changes here for the Rockets. Guys coming off not very happy with themselves, allowing that partial breakaway by Goff.
From back behind the Strathroy net, now working up through center. Holding on to it still. He'll get into the offensive zone. Laszlo. Hall. Now back to Laszlo. Hands it off to Noah Nelson. Nelson looking shot. That one stopped off a shin pad into the corner. Now back behind the net. Gets past Kilby. Kilby trying to get it back. He does. Kilby. Now he's taken away by Lewis. Up to the point for Laszlo. Hogarth will walk out into the slot. Hogarth shot that one off the shin pads and wide. Lewis on the backhand tries to clear. Not out yet. Kept inside the line and now down low for Kilby. Kilby holds on to it here. Circling. Holds it. He's taken down out front. Arm comes up. Another penalty on the way. Shot on. Stopped by Hage.
Yeah.
And the Rockets will get a 5-on-3 advantage here for 37 seconds.
Tripping the call here on Lewis. And as is custom, the player getting the penalty is not happy about the penalty call.
Lewis went down on the ice to protect against a pass or a shot from Kilby, and all Kilby had to do was skate into him to get the tripping call.
Over he went. Yep.
It's one back here as the Rockets work on the 5-on-3. Kindry back to Smith. Over to Ballas. He'll work the perimeter. Ballas shot on. That one stopped by Hage. Underneath his right pad to make the save.
Well, they worked it around a little bit. Got a shot on goal. 24 seconds remaining in the penalty to Tidgewell. Face-off will be to the right of Omar Hage. Got to try and get at least one more shot here while they've got the two-man advantage.
One up to the point for Smith. Rockets working the perimeter here. To the net. Holding on to it. Now Kindry with it. Kindry walks out. Kindry shot on. That one stopped by Hage. Big rebound comes out to Wood. Up to the point for Kindry. Smith. Wood. Pass out of his reach. He'll hold on to it here. 6 seconds to go on the first penalty. Shot by Kindry. That one wide. Bouncing around out front. Wood holds on to it. First penalty over. Minute 20 on the power play.
Hage has no stick.
Hage has no stick. Off the bench is Connors. It's out of his reach. Had a sure breakaway there, but slowed up to stay on side and missed the pass. Perry. Taken away by Connors. Perry will get it back at center. Toe drag move lost and offside against the Kings with a minute and 1 second left to go on the second penalty.
Tidgewell came out of the box, went directly to the bench. Connors came on and had a breakaway. But as you said, that little, sidestep at the blue line. He didn't want to put himself offside, and he missed the opportunity altogether.
He tried to maintain the speed, or at least some forward momentum, and he ended up missing the pass altogether. It'll be Laszlo carrying it up here for Strathroy. Dumped in around the boards. Kilby hops over his stick, out past Hull. McElwain almost stole that one for the Kings. Dumped in, hop off the end boards, and a chance out front, but stopped by Hage.
Good hands there by Kilby as he was coming by the net. The puck came off the boards right back to him. It was bouncing, so he didn't get anything really on it, and Hage was right there to stop the puck. 33 seconds remain in the penalty to Lewis for Komoka.
One up to the point for Strathroy. They'll hold on to it. Laszlo with it now. Working the perimeter. Hull, shot to the net. Sits out front, looking for the rebound. Rockets can't find it. Kings will pick it up. They'll clear off the boards and back out to center. Now McElwain knocks it away from Hull. Hull gets it right back. Out of the reach of Kilby. Tidgewell will dump it in on goal. And O'Dwyer, no chance but to hold on to it here. 3 seconds left. Will just about do it for the Strathroy power play.
Yeah, Tidgewell dumped that in, and Cardinal McElwain raced to the net to make sure that O'Dwyer would have to hold on to it. And that'll pretty much do it for the Rockets power play. 6:46 to go here in the second period. Face off to the right of O'Dwyer.
Johnson back behind the net for Strathroy. Back to even strength here. 6:40 to go in the second. This one off the stick of Gallen and inside the Komoka zone. There to pick it up. Shot on. That one stopped by Hage. Picking it up again. Just trying to shovel it back down low. Kings looking to pick it up right up front of the Rockets bench. Yearwood knocked away from his stick. Ty Johnson will take it. Work his way behind the Strathroy net. Quick pass. That one up. And the Rockets get it out to center. Almost knocking that one away was Gallant as he was right on Crocker. Johnson getting that away from the forecheck. Trying to bring it out front there. Faulkner had that one knocked away. Clearing up past the Kings at the blue line. Now picking it up, Dundas, but offside are the Rockets, so we'll have to wait. And that'll give the Kings a good chance to set up inside their own zone and get ready to come back up ice. Manny sits behind the net here for the Kings. From his own line, up to the Rockets at center. Manny will dump it into the opposite corner now. D to D. Finds this one over to Johnson. Up to Dundas. Dundas quickly to center. Dundas will carry it in, looking for a shot on. Hage has some trouble with that one. Makes the stop, and the Kings pick up the rebound. Now Darius Manny, he comes in through the middle, weaves his way into the offensive zone. Stopped and cleared out by the defenseman Smith. Uniacke back for the Kings inside his own zone. Under 5 to go here in the second period. Still a 1-0 lead for Strathroy. Up to the line, kept in by Hogarth. Hogarth to the net. This one redirected. Chance Spezial, but Hage will cover up before Spezial could get a chance to pick up the loose puck.
Actually ended up being his own defenseman, Manny, that redirected that toward him. But Hage was on top of it, made the save. Face-off will be to his left here with 4:43 to go in the second period. Hogarth on the draw for the Rockets.
Hall's point shot quickly knocked away by Hage out of play.
Yeah, directed that up into the netting off to his right. Face-off here will be on the far side. Away from us to the right of Omar Hage.
Nice play to keep it in. Up to Lewis. Lewis will work into the offensive zone. Gets on goal. That one stopped by O'Dwyer. Coming out to the opposite side. Pad save O'Dwyer again. Hogarth in the corner. Cleared up to the blue line and out. And now chasing it down. Johnson in a foot race for it. Kept alive. Spezial holds on to it. Back behind the net. Looking for options. Still holding on to it. We'll just cycle it down low. On the backhand, Johnson gets away from the hit. Looks back out front. That one goes off a seat. It's picked up by Holmes. Holmes will get to center and dump it in. Lewis now tried to chip that one past. Johnson just out of the reach of Spezial, but there to pick it up. Kane Johnson into the offensive zone. He hands that one off. Hogarth. Johnson knocked off his stick. Kings looking to work it up. They will. To center. Holding onto the line, Lewis. Drop pass, shot on. That one stopped by O'Dwyer. Big rebound came out, and it'll be cleared by the Rockets. Crocker will dump it in, and O'Dwyer got a piece of it with his stick to slow it down a little bit, but the Rockets work it forward to center. Matthews going D to D over to Crocker. 3:15 left on the clock here in the second period. Out front of the Kings bench now. McElwain tried to pick that one up for Komoka. Zuckerman almost pickpocketed. Got Riley Wood and Carson Perry draped all over him. Kings will get it up to center. They are trying to knock that one past Wood. It's Ballas to Perry. Perry will bring it in. Perry into the slot, weaving his way through. Had it knocked off his stick. Back down low for Brandon Ballas. Riley Wood will pick it up as Ballas was tied up against the wall. Up to the point, capped in, and it'll go right on goal for Hage to cover up. And we'll get the whistle.
Not a whole lot of offense produced out of that shift, but the puck was in their end for a little bit. As Nelson, Kilby, and Pimentel come over the boards, Kindry and Smith will man the point on this shift. And Jackson McElwain will line up for the face-off for Komoka.
Into the corner, Nelson battling. He's got Pimentel there to try and help him out. Kings will get up to the line, but they won't get out. Pimentel now holds on to it. Looking, pass up to the point. Smith on goal. That one off of Kilby and wide into the corner. Kilby out to the opposite side. Clearing that one, but it'll go over top of the glass. And they're going to say it was off a stick, so they'll put the face-off in the neutral zone with 2:13 left in the period.
Notice Komoka mixing up the lines a little bit. They've had Jackson McElwain out with Carter for the odd shift here, but he's out with Yearwood and Goff on this shift.
Face-off right out front of the penalty benches. They're on the opposite side of the ice from us. Long pass, going to be intercepted. Nelson, Kilby shot. That one going to miss up high, glove side. Now back down low. Pimentel out front. Nelson couldn't get the shot off. Nanny's stick might have got in the way. Bouncing puck. Smith keeps it in at the blue line. Now Nelson. Pimentel shot off a stick and into the netting, out of play.
Yeah, he had to take that and spin, being a left-hand shot. And Uniacke was able to take that extra half second to get a stick in the way and send that up into the netting. 1:50 to go here in the second period. Face off to be to the right of Omar Hage. Carson Perry on the draw for the Rockets.
Right off the draw up to the point. Looking for an option, Kostescu, and it's going to be intercepted. Perry couldn't keep it alive, and now back into the Strathroy zone. Chasing it down, getting away from danger. Quick pass up to the Rockets captain just off his stick. Big stop, and now a penalty on the way here. We'll wait and see the call. A high stick.
I think it's against the Rockets.
And it is going to be against the Rockets, and I think Ty Johnson will get the call to send the Kings to the power play here at the end of the second. Seen that called a few times over the last couple of games.
Yep.
Both for the Rockets and the opponents.
Yeah,
I wonder if the officials are trying to crack down on the high stakes.
Well, they certainly haven't on the slashing, so I'm glad to see they're calling something.
Kings working on the power play here with minute 25 left in the second. Pad saved by O'Dwyer. Now Yearwood looking opposite side. That pass going to miss. Bounces out front. Chipping that one past Perry. Perry will pick it up. Try to clear. Laszlo will, and sent it down the ice where Hogarth is awaiting. It's Hogarth down low. Kings pick it up here. Cowan from his own blue line to work up center. Last minute of play in the second period. Cowan tried to go through a couple of Rockets, lost it. Yearwood picks it back up. Hands it off down low for Cowan. Switching spots with Yearwood. Looking out front. Cowan back behind the net, tries to shovel it out front. That one stopped by O'Dwyer. Nice pad save. Now another chance. Up to Goff at the line. Coulter. Same spot, hands it off down low. Chance out front, tipped on goal, scores. The power play goal for the Kings. And they have tied this game at 1.
Yeah, the pass out, and Goff redirects that into the short side on O'Dwyer. Not sure if the pass out front maybe had him moving off the post or not, but Goff redirects it into the net. Power play goal with 29.4 to go in the second, and we're tied.
The late penalty, the late power play goal, and we have a tie hockey game here in the final seconds of the second period. O'Dwyer, he's out of his net to play it. Throws it around the boards. Dundas will pick it up. Flips it into the air. Bouncing puck. Gets past and down low for Gallant. Gallant in the corner. Up to the line. Not out as it's kept in. Faulkner tries to get it back. Battle going in the Kings zone. It'll be flipped out to center, and that's where it will land. And the horn will go to end period number 2. Kings strike late on the power play. The power play goal by Matthew Goff to make it a 1-1 game with 29.4 to go in the period. And that is where we sit as we will get set for the second intermission here in Strathroy.
Killer way to end the second period for the Rockets, giving up the goal late. However, they did play another pretty good period there. And it's been a pretty evenly played game, to be honest. So actually 1-1 after 2, I would say, fits how the game has gone.
A lot busier second period for either side. Shots on goal 14-14 for a 2-period total of 23-19 in favor of the Kings. The lone goal in that second period coming from Matthew Goff on the power play at the time of 19:31. Easton Cowan and Chris Coulter picking up the assists on the power play goal. And the Rockets and Kings will head to the break tied at 1 apiece. We'll head to the second intermission here. You're watching Strathroy Rockets hockey on hockeytv.com and listening on the Rockets YouTube page. The following live broadcast of Strathroy Rockets hockey is made possible thanks to our generous sponsors. Andy's Legendary Pizza, located at 10 Metcalf Street West in Strathroy. Commonwealth Financial, located at 370 Albert Street in Strathroy and online at commonwealthfinancial.ca. Carpet One Floor and Home, located at 325 Caradoc Street South in Strathroy. All Season Concrete, located just outside Strathroy, and visit them online at allseasonconcrete.ca. MNP Accounting, Consulting, and Tax Services, located at 6 Front Street in downtown Strathroy. And by Middlesex Chiropractic. Visit them at 117 Thomas Street in Strathroy.
The following is a live presentation of Strathroy Rockets hockey. Aspro's in alone. Daniel Aspro, breakaway, scores! That's to the net here, still has it. Over to the side, center, scores!
Well, we welcome you back here to Strathroy, Ontario, the West Middlesex Memorial Centre, the site of this one, as we get set to head to period number 3 between the visiting Komoka Kings and the hometown Strathroy Rockets. 1-1 the score. The Kings added one late, and when I say added one, their first of the game on the power play to tie things at 1 apiece with 29.4 to go in the second period. It really put a damper on things, I'm sure, for the Rockets heading into the dressing room for the second intermission on what had been before that a well-played period 1 and period number 2. We haven't really seen them do that throughout the course of this season.
When you give up a goal in the final minute of a period, that's always a killer heading into the dressing room. It gives momentum to the team that scores it and kind of deflates the team that gives it up. But we're 1-1 here heading into the third period, and you're right. Two pretty well played periods by the Rockets here this evening, and after the first half of the game Saturday night, and I would say probably 40 minutes throughout much of Thursday night's game, we've seen some periods over the last 3 games where the Rockets have put together some play that is about the best they've had all season.
And they'll look to continue that here in a period that has proved to be the toughest for them so far this season. We talk about how they've been playing well lately. Well, the biggest period and the one that's given them the most trouble this year, the third, is up next here, and they'll have to try and, first of all, find the back of the net and see if they can keep the Kings off the board here in period number 3 if they want to try and come away with 2 points. As mentioned in the pregame, both of the meetings so far between these two clubs this season, both in Komoka, have gone to a shootout. As of right now, we're tied. We'll see how far along this tie game goes, but these teams have been close all year long, and don't be surprised if that continues throughout the course of this game.
Yeah, we talked at the beginning of the game, the difference in the record and how Komoka has, got 6 wins in their 12 games, and Strathroy only has 2 in the 13 that they've played. But when they've played each other, they've played tough. It's, these two are very competitive against each other, and again, maybe the difference to get the caught off guard by the horn there. The ability to score at key moments has been the difference, and we'll see if the third period is any different here tonight.
The Kings so far tonight 1 for 3 on the power play. The Rockets 0 for 3 on the power play. That power play goal by Komoka coming late in the second period off the stick of Matthew Goff. Easton Count and Chris Coulter picking up the assist. The Rockets' lone goal coming way back at the 7:23 mark of the opening period. Carson Perry got the Rockets on the board first. Riley Wood and Ty Johnson the assists for Strathroy. And if you're just joining us, that about gets you up to speed here in a 1-1 hockey game as we get set for the third period of play. As previously mentioned, no other games going on around the GOJHL tonight. We are the lone contest, and it has been a good one so far. Third period coming up in a tie hockey game. Couldn't ask for more here for the fans that have come out to the Memorial Centre on this Tuesday night. Break up the routine a little bit, Eldon? No more Saturday night games. Come on down to the rink on a Tuesday.
A little bit. Actually, I don't mind it, to be honest. Junior hockey is very much a weekend thing. At the OHL level, it's the same. You do get the odd game here and there, and it's easy for these two teams because Komoka is only about 15 minutes to the east of Strathroy. It is the closest geographically, and it makes the most sense to have some of these games played through the week. And both these teams play their home games on Saturday nights, which is why the 2 games in Komoka previously were on Sunday afternoons, which I also don't mind. An afternoon game here and there doesn't hurt anybody.
Yeah, I was talking to Dylan Baker, who calls the games for the Kings, and he said he didn't like the Tuesday night games. I said, nothing wrong with that when you're only 15 minutes apart.
Exactly.
Underway here in the third as the puck at center is picked up by Johnson. Dumped into the offensive zone here. Inside of the Strathroy zone. Slow to get up. Now they'll go Up to the point, hold on to it at the line, shot to the net. That one blocked, didn't make it. Johnson tried to pick up his own rebound, losing an edge there. Slow to get back up. Riley Wood, he will, as he'll get past the Strathroy bench, get it up to center, and Coulter will go D to D. They'll dump into the Strathroy zone with Kindry, the first one back to get it for Strathroy. Now McElwain. Pass up to the point, no one there to pick it up for the Kings. Wood will get to center, dodges a hit, loses at the line as it was poked off his stick. Return pass, tried to find Brennan Ballas, was play call. Kings were working out through center. McElwain coming through the middle there and had to dodge a hit. Spezial tried to chip that one, pass almost turned over into the slot. As Spezial rushing through to pick it up here, and now he'll work up ice. The Rockets come forward here. Spezial, chance shot on by Hogarth and stopped by Hage as he takes a little bit of a look behind him after that one.
Yeah, that was a nice play by Spezial. I thought he was going to try and dance the defenseman, but what he ended up doing was just kind of leaving the puck for the trailing Hogarth. And Hage caught that between his blocker side arm and his body, and yeah, he wasn't 100% sure that he had it.
Face off to his right. Kings will take it. Try to get it past Costescu at the point, and they will. Back to center. Pass over top of the stick of Ty Johnson. D to D. Long pass up through center. Cowan tries to get the puck back. Chases down Ty Johnson. Dumped in from center. The Kings will attack now. Ty Johnson to Spezial, his pass. Back to Costescu. Slow going here as both teams trying to get set up here, and right off the stick and into the Kings bench out of play. 18:04 left here in the third.
Face-off will be just outside the Komoka zone, right in front of the Kings bench. Noah Nelson on the draw for the Rockets.
One back by Metal, and now Laszlo will dump it in. From behind the Kings bench, now up to the point. Hall shot on, redirected, didn't make it there. Kilby battling below the goal line. Pimentel in to help. It'll be picked up and dumped in by Will Lewis. Kilby throws it back into center. Now another dump in. Laszlo back to get it in the corner here for the Kings. Uniacke dumps it in, takes a hop off the end boards, and O'Dwyer had it bounce right off his pad. Uniacke back down low, centering pass. This one stopped, bounces over top of the goal, and just getting it out the other side, picking it up and working forward is Nelson. Nelson will get to center, chip it past Uniacke and chase down low. Uniacke to the other side, keeping it inside the line, knocked off the stick of Dundas. He'll dump it back down low. 3 minutes gone here. Start this third period of play. Darius Manny from back behind the Kings net. Quick pass will go off the skate, picked up by Tage Gallant. He goes back to the defenseman and Owen Kindry. Quick pass, intercepted. Here picking up Cowan. Cowan looking shot, gloved down by O'Dwyer as he sees that one easily.
Picking cherries there for O'Dwyer. Saw that the whole way from the top of the circle. Wasn't a whole ton on it. And now there'll be a face-off to the left of O'Dwyer with 16:37 remaining in the third period.
Face-off, one on goal, and O'Dwyer will cover that one up. So we'll redo that face-off off to his left.
Well, that killed 2 seconds.
Take some time off the clock. Second by second.
Only 130 more of those to go.
One back into the corner for Ty Johnson. He rims around the boards. Up to the line. Can't get it out. Now shot on. Stopped by O'Dwyer. Rockets will try again. Coulter. His shot on. Tipped over top by Zuckerman. And out of play. That should bring the face-off outside.
Nice job of getting a stick on that to try and change the direction out high. Unfortunately, instead of knocking the puck down, it Deflected it up and out of play. Face-off will be right in front of the Rockets bench. And the big line comes on the ice. Perry, Ballas, and Wood.
And it's one back to the defenseman. Kostescu, quick pass up. Carson Perry streaks forward. Perry tried to drop it to Wood, fanned on the pass. Wood will put it back down low to Perry. Back up to the point. Kostescu shot off a stick and wide. Bouncing puck kept in by Ty Johnson. Now the Kings look to clear. They will. This one sent down the ice. Will it have enough for icing? It will. Defender chasing it down, but it just has enough juice to make it there. And the Rockets will get an offensive zone faceoff.
Yeah, definitely not the intention of icing the puck, but that's how it ended up. Face off to the left of Hage here.
Off the draw. There to pick it up, trying to work forward. Gets past a couple of Rockets into the offensive zone. Zuckerman down low. Now he lost it. Perry, quick pass off the skate of Wood, but it's enough to get it into the corner and to chase it down. Perry, now it's up to the point for Kindry, a shot on, and right into the glove of Hage.
There was no one between Kindry and Hage. Kindry firing that from just inside the blue line.
I think Kindry taking that shot, hoping for some traffic to find its way out front.
Well, unfortunately for him, he put it on the glove side as opposed to the blocker side.
Up to the point. Hall, shot on. Laszlo, that one stopped by Hage. Kings look to clear. They will. They'll get it out to center. Carter McElwain. He'll dump it in. Opposite side for Johnson to chase. This one picked up by Hall. His pass intercepted. Perry back to Hall. Pass up to nobody. Crocker. Shot to the net. Takes a bounce off the boards, and now it'll be picked up out of the reach of Wood and dumped in. Stays on side. McElwain down low, out of the reach of Johnson. Ballas will chip it up. Wood to center. Wood chases, still has it. Now Wood works his way in. Wood tried to go for the toe drag move and lost it. And the Kings will clear it out to center. Hall onto the stick of Ballas, who will dump it in off the glass and get a line change. Quick pass, this one right up to the Rockets bench. Bouncing puck, knocked down. Trying to get it back, Spezial. Johnson. Laszlo to center and will dump it in on a backhand. Omar Hage plays that one to the opposite side. Now thrown on goal. Big rebound off the stick of Hage out front. Nobody there to pick it up for Strathroy, and they'll just clear out to center. Kindry tried to knock that one down, but Cowan worked it forward. Cowan offside here, so he'll have to clear. Pass to the opposite side, Spezial. He tried to throw it up the middle. Off a skate. Dumped in by Hogarth. Puck sitting back behind the Kings net. Kane Johnson tried to pick that one up. Cowan now. Back to Uniacke. Uniacke up to Yearwood, and Yearwood has that one pressed against the glass there. Rockets able to get it down. Johnson trying to escape danger. Spezial now. Spezial looking for some help. Walks it out from the corner to the opposite side for Johnson. Up to the point, Kindry. Kindry shot that one wide. Looking for a redirect, didn't find it. Now the Kings will get it up to center, but knocked down by Smith. Good defensive play. He's taken down at center. Cowan will work it forward. Cowan in on the left side. Cowan to the net, taken down and hard into the goal. As O'Dwyer taken out, and we'll see a little bit of a scrum, but
Yearwood's down in the corner with somebody there right in front of the official.
I think it was actually Johnson who took down Cowan, which is why you're not seeing a whole lot of arguing going on from the Rockets.
No, Caden Hogarth mixing it up a little bit there with Yearwood along the back wall as the net is well off the moorings up against the boards. Great hustle play. Cowan taking the puck to the net. Nelson, Kilby, and Ty Johnson come on the ice. The forward line for the Rockets, Kostescu. I'm sorry, Ty Johnson will be on defense. Pimentel, the other winger on that line. How many games and I still get the Johnsons mixed up?
Take a look at their pictures. It's not much.
Oh yeah,
not much help either.
No.
Kilby will chip it out, but blown down there by the linesman.
I don't know. The puck got out over the blue line. I'm not sure why, unless it bounced off a King on the way out, I guess.
So we'll get a face-off in the neutral zone. Right out front of the penalty bench. One back, and Lewis will dump it in for Komoka. Takes a healthy hop off the glass. O'Dwyer's there to play it. Kostescu tried to go to the opposite side. Picked up here, Nelson. Chips it pass up to Pimentel. His pass. Taken away by McLeod. Now dumped in. Sitting back behind the net here. Johnson battling, and now a penalty on the way here. Uniacke trying to dump it in. It'll be touched up, and the Kings will head back to the power play.
It's either a high stick or a cross check. I'm not sure which.
A rough.
Roughing. He had his choice there. He could have called that one of several different things. The retaliator always gets caught.
Johnson didn't like the back and forth, so he gave him a shot, and he's the one heading to the box. And the Kings will head back to the power play. It was the power play goal late in the second that tied it. Right off the draw to pick it up and clear is Kindry. Inside the Komoka zone, losing an edge there was Pimentel, but the Kings setting up behind their own goal here. Carrying up Josh Tidgewell. Now he'll spin and head back to the Komoka zone. Tidgewell. Long dump in, this one around the glass. Kindry with his chance to dump it back out to center. He will. Coulter to Cowan. Cowan dodging a hit from Kindry. Now he's taken into the wall. Kindry chips that one past. Still clear out off the skate of Tidgewell and back out to the Kings blue line. Tidgewell, long pass to Carter McElwain. McElwain taken down by Laszlo. Laszlo back behind the net, clears it out to Carson Perry. Perry's got Nelson with him, hands it off to Nelson. Nelson on the right side, looking, shot, that one's gonna miss. Gets past Hall, and it'll be an odd man rush for the Kings if the Rockets don't get back. Nelson does get back, breaks it up, and the Kings will just have to settle for settling down inside the Strathroy zone. 45 seconds to go on the man advantage. Crocker, opposite side, Lewis shot that one. Don't know if it made it there. He gets it back again. Another chance, stopped by O'Dwyer as he sees it, makes the save with the glove.
The Rockets decided to turn that into a three-man rush while shorthanded. You can't miss the net with that shot because that exact thing will happen. It rims around the boards and out you go, and you've got an odd man rush going back the other way, which is bad enough at the best of times, but when you're shorthanded, you absolutely cannot miss the net.
And we'll see if the Rockets can kill off the remainder of this 35-second penalty to Johnson. He'll be cleared around the boards and out. We saw Jason Williams have a quick conversation with the guys when they came off the bench there, say, hey, you got to keep in mind you're on the penalty kill there. We don't need three guys up in that rush. Long lead pass up onto the stick of Yearwood. Yearwood comes in, and he hits the side of the goal. Looking for the pass out front. Another chance backing into the net there. Getting out of the way, O'Dwyer. Crocker up to Yearwood. 5 seconds to go. Yearwood shot stopped by O'Dwyer. Off into the corner. Yearwood pass off the skate. Holding on to it here. Trying to knock that one away. It'll be flipped up into the air. Perry to chase it down. Rockets kill off the penalty and are back to even strength. Komoka from out front of their home bench. Up to Jackson McElwain. He tries to chip that one past, and now it's going to find its way into the glove. And now McElwain, a little shove.
McElwain creating contact with O'Dwyer there after the save. Nothing, super forcible, but just enough to catch the attention of the Rockets.
Yeah, if there's one thing, especially at this level, that'll catch the attention of the defenseman, it's any contact, little or not, towards your goaltender.
Well, especially with the whistle's already gone. There's no need for that other than.
And it looks like he's going to get a penalty out of it.
Look at that. There you go. Unnecessary penalty on the part of Jackson McElwain. Completely unnecessary. And you can see him. He just more of a dejected look on his face, I think, than anger about the call.
I didn't know if they were going to call that, I'll be honest with you, but.
Well, I saw the referee point, but I thought it was more of
get away.
Yeah.
You know, like warding him off. But no, 2 minutes in the box.
So Riley Wood has it behind the net here for Strathroy, working on the power play after the penalty to McElwain. Perry to Wood, looking out front. That pass intercepted, goes off to the side, and Perry kept it alive. Not for long, though, as Tidgewell trying to tie it up into the corner. Wood up to the point for Kindry. Leaves it for Carson Perry. Perry spinning, getting away from danger, looking for options. Kindry to the net. Off the end boards, chance out front. That one stopped by Hage. What a save as the net comes off on the play.
Yeah, once again, the net comes off.
Hage got across with a pad. One of his best of the night. And you see the Rockets.
I'm not sure why
Bollander's
Bollander's bringing that out. The faceoff should be down low. Hage knocked that net off.
Yeah, now the linesman having a conversation.
Bollander's convinced that it should be outside by the looks of it. The three of them are talking, and the faceoff's going to be outside.
Wow, that's a surprise.
Wow, Omar Hage knocked that puck off, the net off. But here we go, face-off outside the Komoka zone.
Off the draw, one back to Smith and over to Kindry as the Rockets will look to try and enter the zone here on the power play with 1:20 to go here on the man advantage. Perry to Wood, up to the point, and the pass brings it outside of the zone onto the stick of Kindry.
Kindry's got to get an extra step up there to keep that in. The pass was not exactly perfect, but he had the opportunity to keep that in.
Trying to dump that one in as Perry. Ballas was chasing it down. It's up to the line, and they're going to say it does get out.
Yes, Smith was outside the line when it hit him in the chest.
Dumped into the Strathroy zone. It's O'Dwyer to play it and leave it for Kindry. The Kings getting a wholesale change on the play. Kindry to center. Off the end boards and sitting it back behind the goal line. Ballas to chase it down. Wood up to the point for Kindry. Kindry shot on. That one stopped by Hage. It goes into the corner. Down low. Now up to the point on a clearing attempt. Kindry stops it to the net. That one stopped by Hage. Sitting out front there as Wood tries to pick it up. It'll get up to Smith. Smith knocked off his stick and sent down the ice. Kindry has to chase it down. It's a foot race for it. Out front, stopped by O'Dwyer. McElwain out front with a glorious chance. And now back behind the net here. It'll be Nelson picking it up for Strathroy. 5 seconds to go on the man advantage. Nelson wide behind the net. Looking for a pass. Looking chance. Stop. Laszlo had a point-blank shot. As Hage was trying to get his stick back on the play. Now the Kings the other way. Cowan knocked off his stick. Hall tried to bring it up. Johnson in. Shot. Scores. Beats O'Dwyer to give the Kings the lead.
Turned into a bit of a turnover fest at both ends of the ice there, and the turnover that ends up in the net happens in the Strathroy zone as Johnston picked up the puck. And he rifled a wrist shot from just inside the top of the circle that I believe beat O'Dwyer between the blocker arm and the body. And it's 2-1 Komoka with 8:10 to go in the third.
So the Rockets will have to play come from behind for the first time tonight. Gallant tried to dump it in. Battle out front of the Kings bench here. Dumped in O'Dwyer to play it. Kostetsku up the ice. Long pass onto the stick there. They'll work it forward. Goff comes in. Goff shot. Stopped by O'Dwyer and into the corner. There to pick it up. Kostetsku tried to touch it, but
his mask came undone. O'Dwyer was trying his best to get Pope's attention. That shot, I heard it hit him in the mask. I'll be honest with you, I didn't see the strap come off, but O'Dwyer knew immediately that it happened. Got himself a whistle and get himself put together here.
Yeah, good thing he did get the whistle and the official Pope's attention you'll see a lot of times on a play like that, the goalie will intentionally knock the net off and do it by a lot to make sure that he gets the referee's attention.
Yes.
The last thing you need is for the Kings to turn back up the ice when you don't have your mask on.
Yeah.
Off the draw, the Kings will dump it in. O'Dwyer hands it off to Kindry. The Rockets will get it out to the line and clear. Faulkner, he tried to pass it up to Dundas. Coming in now. Knocked off the stick. Kindry tried to backhand it up to the point. Faulkner strips it from him. He tries to work forward as he loses an edge at the line there. It'll go off a stick and into the Kings bench. 7:17 to go here in the third. And the Kings leading 2-1 here. An exciting finish in store here in Strathroy.
And how the turntables here in the third period for the Rockets. As Hogarth, Spezial, and Kane Johnson come over the boards.
One back, the pass in the air over to Laszlo. He'll pick it up again, chip it forward, and Johnson will get it into the offensive zone. Puck up to the line, but not out. Picking it up. Hogarth's shot, whistled that one wide.
I think that
Hit
one
Hage on the way.
Yeah, I think that either ramped off the top of his helmet. Yeah, the way he's reacting, I think that's what it did. It kind of skipped off the top of his mask and up out of play.
So the face-off off to the left to Hage here. Up to the line. Hall keeps it in. Takes the hit from Yearwood. Trying to play it Spezial, but it comes out. Chance the other way. Cowan in alone. Stopped by O'Dwyer with the blocker.
Big save there.
Kings looking, still pressing here as this one's sent back behind the net. Rimmed around the boards. Gets up to the hash marks. Picked up by Cowan again. Now Coulter. Off the shins of Spezial, gets it back. Shot on, stopped by O'Dwyer. Big rebound comes out. Up to the point, Tidgewell. His shot blocked. Kane Johnson will pick it up, get to center, and work his way forward. Johnson, now Hogarth. Looking, chance out front. Johnson couldn't get the shot off. Hogarth holds on to it. Up to Spezial. Spezial shot to the net. Stopped by Hage, and Hage will cover up and get the whistle.
Yeah, reaches out with the blocker hand to grab that puck. Hogarth again in the middle of the action here. Conversation between him and three Komoka players. He's escorted to the bench by the linesman. Literally all the way to the bench. You don't see that very often.
Barry Ballas-Wood out for Strathroy. One up to the point. Ty Johnson shot on goal. That one hits some traffic and goes into the corner. Another chance. This one will go off the stick of Kastetsu, back into the Strathroy zone. He'll spin and fire. Now Wood. Coming up through the middle was Johnson. He took a hit from Lewis, jarring the puck loose. Now pass off the boards to McLeod. McLeod stops, looks, shot on, stopped by O'Dwyer as he makes the save. Face-off off to the right of O'Dwyer inside the Strathroy zone. Trying to clear here, the Rockets unable to. Chance cutting to the net here, couldn't get the shot off. Over to Kilby. Kilby, quick pass, but into the skates of Pimentel. Working past the Kings bench, he'll get it into the offensive zone, but that's as far as he'll get it. Pimentel will drop it, leave it for Smith. Smith to center, a dump in, this one on goal. Hage plays it with the stick. Cleared off the glass, stopped by Nelson. Down in the corner, Nelson waiting just outside of the scrum. Cleared up off the glass, touched up by Kindry. And a high stick on the Rockets will bring the face-off out to the neutral zone.
Fresh troops over the boards here for the Rockets with 5:06 to go. As you said, the face-off just outside the Komoka zone.
It's one back cleanly to Laszlo, who will take the chance and dump it inside the Komoka zone. Looking, chance out front, couldn't get the tip on there. The Kings will take it back the other way. Working forward, Holmes. Had Caden Johnson with him down low. Laszlo back behind the net. Quick pass over to Johnson. They'll work their way forward. It'll be Perry carrying it forward. Perry through the middle, knocked off his stick, gets it back to the net. Wood had a chance, but had it knocked away from his stick. Knocking it down, Ballas. Ballas works his way through, shot on, and stopped by Hage once again as the Kings work their way back forward. Caden Johnson a long dump in on goal, and O'Dwyer no choice but to cover up here and get the whistle.
Couple of good chances there on Hage as Hage once again eyeing up the net behind him. Face-off will be to the left of Gordy O'Dwyer here.
Off the draw, Smith picks it up, comes right out front of the Rockets net there. Now Dundas with it, holds onto it and flips it up into the neutral zone. Bouncing puck picked up by the Kings. Setting up back behind the net here, is going to wait and see if the Rockets come. Pressure, turns it over. Faulkner, Dundas shot on. Big rebound, comes out, sits in the slot, and it'll be cleared back out to center. Rockets almost capitalize on the turnover. Now another chance. Kings turn it over, and the Kings had a good chance on the Rockets turnover as now Kindry brings it forward. Gallant back to Kindry in the slot. He tried to knock it down. Down the ice, and an icing against Komoka.
Yeah, the unexpected turnover there right in front of Omar Hage turned into a prime scoring chance. I believe it was Dundas powdered that right on goal. Big save. Unfortunately, the rebound was just beyond the Rocket winger. But now a face-off deep in the Komoka zone with 3:34 to go.
Out to center and cleared by the Kings. Rockets quickly trying to turn it up ice. They will get it to center. Now into the offensive zone. Cleared off the boards and down the ice. O'Dwyer having to play it there as they waved off the icing. 3:13 to go here in the third. Up to center, dumped in Johnson. Didn't get it very far as the Kings pick it up. A long one into the penalty bench.
Coulter.
That might work at the Wellness Center in Komoka, but not here in Strathroy.
No, definitely not. Coulter from down on the far left corner here flipped that all the way into the Komoka penalty box. Out of play. Face off to the right of Hage. 3:01 to go as Noah Nelson comes into the face-off dot for Strathroy. And once again, Middleton waves out a player. It's been a pretty popular item between the two linesmen here tonight.
One back to the point for Kindry. He'll put it back down low for Nelson. Nelson would pick it out, tried to come out front with it. Up to the point now. Smith looking, shot, redirected. That one wide. Tidgewell on a backhand, clears it down the ice, and this one will pick up an edge and roll for an icing.
Yeah,
a little bit of puck luck for Strathroy.
I was going to say that worked to Komoka's favor in the second period, but it did come up on the edge and rolled all the way there for the icing call.
Faulkner will take the draw. He's got Nelson set up right behind him. Wins it back to Nelson. Johnson shot on, stopped by Hage. No traffic out front. He saw it easily.
Nobody, no King or Rocket between him and the net. Oh, little NHL 11 music here. Europe on the speaker.
2:39 to go here in the third. Face-off is off to Hage's left this time. Rockets win it back again. Up to the point. Can he keep it in? No, he can't. Have to get past the linesman there, running into some trouble, but Laszlo going to get away with it. Cleared off the glass. Back out to center. Laszlo, this clearing attempt. Off a stick. Now Kilby will bring it in. Kilby across the line. Shot, going to miss. Up to the point. Laszlo can't hold on to it there. It's poked off his stick by McElwain. Rockets will dump it in. 2:10 to go here in the third. Go time for the Rockets as O'Dwyer has an eye on the bench. Rockets got to clear their own zone first. Laszlo, long pass into the air, knocked down with the glove by Faulkner. Kings will pick it up. Goff now carrying in, left side. Goff chance, and he misses the wide open cage.
No.
A little bit of a break for the Rockets as it's cleared back out to center for Coulter. Goff will dump it in. Laszlo back to get it with 1:30 to go, and now taken into the wall. No call from the official. Rockets bench was looking for one. Laszlo with a little bit of retaliation, and now he's going to get it.
And the reaction penalty for Laszlo.
And this will draw bodies from either side.
Tidgewell, oh my Lord. Not involved in the play at all, and Tidgewell has raced in from the blue line to insert himself into what's happening behind the net.
And now this gets interesting. No doubt a penalty on Laszlo to start things, but
Tidgewell
if you were to take an aggressor out of the scrum that came afterwards, it's certainly Tidgewell.
Yeah, he absolutely wanted to make himself part of what was happening there, and he jumped on Laszlo and did everything he could to get him to the ice. Unfortunately, one of the linesmen ended up underneath Tidgewell. That's how little he seemed to care about what was happening down there.
Pope with his pen and paper out, taking notes.
Yeah, Tidgewell will be gone. I mean, there's 1:28 to go, so anything that offsets, there's no reason for the players to stay.
There's 2 in the box for Strathroy, and they're saying 1 more to go in the box for Komoka. And I don't know if anyone's going to get a power play out of this, Eldon. I don't.
Well, it was definitely going to be a Komoka power play. Pope didn't make a call when Laszlo thought he should have on a hit in the corner. And Laszlo turned around and absolutely wailed on the Komoka player, and who it was escapes me at the moment, and was going to get a slashing penalty. But it turned into a bit of a Donnybrook behind the net, kind of a hockey stick yard sale going on over there by Gordy O'Dwyer. We got 2 guys in each penalty box, and the 3 officials huddled in front of the score booth to figure out how they're going to call this.
As mentioned, the original call on the play was to Laszlo and the Rockets. But then the scrum, the fighting ensued, and as of right now, they've just put 2 from each team in the box, which tells me that we're going to be playing even strength hockey.
Yeah, as of this moment, I agree with you, because if there was an extra 2 either way, they would need a 3rd guy to go sit and serve it.
And hold on, they're kicking Ballas out of the game.
Well, as I said, with 1:28 to go, a 2-minute minor here.
He must have got something else, because they wouldn't toss him in a one-goal game.
Yeah, with him the only one leaving. Because unless the penalty is timed, there's no need for them to stay. So if they got offsetting 2s, they would just go. But so far, Ballas is the only one leaving.
Assuming that this game ends in 1:28. This is going to take some time to figure out, I think. Pope now having a conversation at the penalty bench.
Nothing up on the clock yet. And it is a 1-goal game. It's 2-1 for Komoka here with 1:28 to go in the 3rd period. So this is big.
Faceoff is inside the Strathroy zone. That's where they've set the puck.
All right, so that tells me that they're probably going to be short, because the Komoka defenders came in to join the scrum behind the net, which would bring the faceoff outside the zone normally.
If the penalty was already on the play, does that change things? Still no penalties up on the board here.
Yeah, they've still got nothing up on the clock, and Pope is still talking. Now Nelson's going to go over and
serve the penalty
presumably
for Ballas.
He's going to be replacing Ballas in the box. Now, I don't know. I mean, it'll get announced. We'll see it on the app. But as of right now,
there's 4 going up on the clock for Strathroy.
4 minutes for Laszlo up on the board. See, and the other guys here, if you've got an untimed penalty,
Goff and Tidgewell aren't coming out of the box before the end. Now, as you said, you made a good point. This game may not end up being still tied at the end, which would mean that their night won't be over. So that's the only reason for them to probably stay. But yeah. Oh, and Laszlo, those were 2 big league hacks that he took. And actually, I think it might have been Matt Goff. But 2 big league hacks that he took when he wasn't happy that there was no penalty called.
Carson Perry just left the conversation with the official and isn't happy with whatever got explained to him. Whatever it is, the Rockets are going to be down a man for the next 4 minutes and make tying this game.
Well, unless they score shorthanded in the next minute 28, they're going to be shorthanded for the rest of the game.
Face-off off to the right of O'Dwyer here as we are sorted out and ready to go to finish off this contest. Sent down the ice. It'll be Hogarth chasing it down. Hogarth is going to be the first one there behind the net. He'll pick it up, have it knocked off his stick up to the blue line. Smith battling now to try and get it back. Hogarth back to Kendry. Chipped and dumped back in by Crocker. O'Dwyer's out of his net to play it. Leaves it for Kendry. Kendry knocks that one down. We'll play it up, and Hogarth will pick it up, get it out to the line, and they're going to say he kept it in at the line. Kendry to Perry. Perry, pass over to Kendry. Kendry tries to bring it in, and offside as he was stepping across the line, still trying to get the puck back.
If I caught the announcement, Ballas got 2 minutes for roughing and a gross misconduct. So they did say what for. It was a gross misconduct for something, but I couldn't quite catch it. So that's why he's gone. And Nelson actually got 2 minutes of his own. That's why he's in the box.
Pimento will pick it up, work his way into the offensive zone. O'Dwyer's to the bench here, so the Rockets will pull the goalie and at least get back to even strength. Pass over to Wood, just off his stick, goes into the corner. Wood will pick it up. Hands it off down low. Long pass, and he'll take a hop off the boards and off the post.
Off the goal post.
Almost scored on their own net. 20 seconds to go. Pass intercepted, dumped back in by McElwain. 16 to go. Rimmed around the boards. Will come back to Yearwood. Yearwood will throw it in. 10 seconds left here. Faulkner's got to go. Up ice. Dumped in. It'll go to the corner.
Nope.
And the horn will go, and the game will come to an end. The Kings win it 2-1 in regulation. And an exciting Tuesday night contest here from the West Middlesex Memorial Center. Komoka picking up another 2 big points here against Strathroy. This time they do it in regulation.
Yeah, unfortunately for the Rockets, no bonus point this evening. Couldn't get the game to extra time. Gutsy call, pulling the goaltender, down a man. And actually they did get a chance on goal there. Riley Wood kind of fanning on an opportunity. But 2-1, the final score in favor of the Komoka Kings. Once again, the Rockets give up the winner in the third period.
In the final 10 minutes.
And the third period frustrations continue for Strathroy.
So the final score here tonight from Strathroy, 2-1 in favor of the visiting Komoka Kings. Goals from Matthew Goff and Caden Johnson, the eventual winner for the Kings. Easton Cowan picking up in a pair of assists tonight. Carson Perry, the lone goal scorer for Strathroy. Shots on goal, the final here tonight is in favor of the Kings, 35-33. The Rockets will be back in action this week on Friday night as they make the trip for the first time down to St. Mary's to the Pyramid Rec Center to take on the Lincolns. It is a 7:30 puck drop on the air at 7:25, and then back home to take on the London Nationals on Saturday. From Noah Smith, Eldon Dunseith, we thank you for watching with us on HockeyTV.com and listening on the Strathroy Rockets YouTube page, and we'll talk to you again on Friday.